Perkins. Is Joe around?
No, I'm sorry. He left very early this morning.
Oh. Well, when you see him, could you tell him I need to talk to him? It's very important.
Yes, of course I will.
Thanks, Mrs. Perkins. Bye.
Dominic, I know you're in there. Dominic, open up before I knock this door down. Dominic!
Come on in before somebody calls the police.
I'm with the people in that motel register. Where is it?
How'd you know where I lived?
Because I followed you here one day. Now give me the page, Dominic.
Joe, I don't know what you're talking about. What page?
Don't play games with me, Dominic. I went to the Yucca Motel. That old guy told me someone had been there wanting to look at the register before I got there. That somebody was you. Now why are you lying to me, Dominic?
Let me go and I'll talk to you.
Just show me the record.
I did go to the motel and I did look at the register. I didn't find anything.
Damn it, you're lying to me. Do you want me to tear this place apart? Is that what you want?
No, don't. You won't find anything.
You're supposed to be helping me, but instead you're working against me.
That's not true. I swear I'm on your side.
Then show me the page you tore out.
I can't. I threw it away.
Do you expect me to believe that? After all the trouble you went through to find it?
I thought I'd find something on it. I was mistaken.
No, I'm the one who's made a mistake here. To ever trust you.
Look, Joe, it's really stupid for us to fight when we want the same thing, to find Channing's murderer.
I think you're using me, Dominic. I think you only tell me what you want me to know.
It's not true.
Not true? Then why are you trying to cover up about this motel record? Why do you think Channing held on to that ashtray all those years?
It's a dead end. The motel, the ashtray, it has nothing to do with Channing's murder. I'm sure of that.
And I'm sure you know more than you're telling me. Something went on in the motel all those years ago. And I'm going to find out what it was, in spite of you.
Cece.
Good morning, Santana.
Good morning. I was just leaving.
Oh?
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. I was just hoping that I could join you on your morning walk.
Sure, that would be lovely. I'm glad you caught me.
Oh, here, I stopped and picked these on my way over. Wildflowers. Somehow they reminded me of you.
Wild and thorny?
No. Beautiful and natural.
Thank you, Cece. They're beautiful. Come on in. Let me put them in some water.
I was hoping that we could drive over to the beach and maybe take our walk there.
Yes, I'd like that.
Give us a chance to get away from it all. But maybe you don't need that.
Everybody needs that sometimes. What's bothering you?
Well, last night, Kelly made an announcement. She's beginning to have doubts about Joe Perkins' guilt. And she intends to see him again.
I don't believe that. Did she break off with Peter yet?
No, not yet. But I suspect she's keeping all of her options open.
That's really hard for me to understand. I'm so sorry, Cece. I think she's making a terrible mistake.
Yes, I know she is. But I won't let her do it. I am not going to let her throw a life away. Oh, I'm sorry. We about ready to go?
Yes.
Good.
Okay, where are they?
Yeah, right here.
Talking to me?
Hi, Mason. Hey, have you seen my car keys?
No, I haven't.
I left them here somewhere. Can't be late for school.
You mean, late for Lake and Lockridge, don't you?
You just be watch out there, Mason.
I always watch out. Almost. Always.
Morning, Ted.
Hey, hi.
Morning, Mason.
Morning, Kelly. You're up bright and early this morning?
Sure was.
Hey, have you seen my car keys by some miracle?
These the ones you're looking for?
Oh, yeah, thanks. You look different this morning.
Different how?
Sort of shiny.
That's called perspiration. I think I'll ignore it. No, actually, I feel great.
Well, you may be the only one around here who does, after your proclamation of indiscriminate independence last night.
Mason, I can't live my life trying to please other people. Everyone ends up losing that way.
Hey, didn't I tell you guys? Eden called and might come home for Dad's birthday.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I wouldn't count on it. Our peripatetic sister didn't manage to make it home last year.
Our what?
Means she gets around a lot, just not around here.
Well, she's really going to try to make it this time.
Well, this would be the year for her to show up. I've got Dad a present that will astonish him.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
Oh, sorry, that's staying a secret till the last minute.
Good morning, everyone. What is staying a secret?
Well, we're just talking about one of the cases I'm working on.
I see. Kelly, I was hoping you'd want to talk to me this morning.
Oh, you did?
Have you reconsidered your decision about seeing Joe Perkins?
No, I haven't, Daddy.
And today? Do you intend to see him today?
Yes, I hope to be able to talk to him.
You're being very foolish. And you don't know what you're doing.
That's not true, Daddy. For the first time in a long time, I know exactly what I'm doing.
Are you sure you don't want to relax in the tub for a while?
No, thank you, Veronica. What was it that W.C. Fields said about water? I never like to swim because of what fish do in it, or something like that.
You can relax. There are no fish in my tub. And besides, you look...
As if I could use a good dunking, I know.
No, you just look a little tired, that's all.
That's very sweet of you, but actually I feel like hell. Also, I'm a trifle hungover.
I could fix you some breakfast while you're sober.
Oh, don't be too nice to me today, please. I have just participated in the greatest debacle of my career. No, make it my life. So if you're going to offer me anything, offer me a hair shirt.
Lionel, I hope you're not here to do penance.
No, I can go home for that.
What happened was not your fault. You did everything you could to save your property.
Yeah, except making sure that the deed was airtight.
You couldn't help that. Nobody would have known about that small technicality.
Mason Capwell knew.
He was out to get you. He was terribly devious.
The race goes to the devious. I wasn't devious enough to save my land. No, I thought I had him with that tape, but obviously I didn't.
You know, Mason accused me of carrying a small microphone on me and of taping my conversations with him.
On your person? I hope he didn't try to search you for it.
No, everything else but.
Did he make those marks on you?
He grabbed me. He did smart a bit, too.
I'm going to get him for that.
Oh, Lionel, I'm fine. Really, I am. That's all right. And he did apologize after we found the microphone in the presidential suite.
He made you go to the Capitol Hotel? Did he find a two-way mirror?
No, but he is absolutely certain that you're the one who bugged the suite. And he made me swear that I wouldn't tell you or anybody else about it.
I'm sorry you had to go through all that. I'll make it up to you.
You don't have to make anything up to me. I just wished I'd been able to help you more.
Who's doing penance now, huh?
Oh, I'm no masochist. But there's very little I wouldn't do for you.
I'm not usually at a loss for
No,
words.
relax, Lionel. There's no strings. There never have been any.
I'm going to have revenge on Mason Capwell. And one of the best reasons I have for having that revenge is what he's done to you. You know, my mother has always spoken about the Capwells and the Lockridges as if the two families were destined to be enemies forever. I always thought she was overdoing it a bit. And when Lakin and the young Capwell boy got together, Minx was right. Each family picks up the gauntlet and carries it into battle.
You know, that's a generous way of describing what Mason did to you.
Mason is my enemy. I needed to be reminded of it, but I'll never forget it again.
Hello?
Veronica, I need to see you right away.
Peter?
Yeah, listen, all hell broke loose last night.
What happened?
Not over the phone. Are you going to be there for a while?
Well, yes, I
Fine,
am.
I'll be right over.
Peter, wait! He's on his way over.
What did he say?
Well, he wouldn't tell me what it was about, but he sounded very angry. You don't think he knows about you and me, do you?
I don't see how he could know anything for sure. He may suspect you if he knows that Mason has that tape.
Well, how else could Mason have gotten the tape if not from me?
Mason got it from me.
Well, what's the difference? I gave it to you. How am I going to explain this to Peter? Oh, Lionel, I'm scared. I don't want to lose my job this way. If I get a reputation of being a traitor, then nobody's going to hire me. What am I going to do?
Just calm down. That's what you're going to do first. Calm down. I may have an idea or two.
You better. How could he have gotten here so fast?
I don't know, but I better make myself scarce.
afraid you caught me at a bad time, Mason.
I know, but I wanted to offer my sincere apologies for last night.
Oh, well, you already did, and I accepted them.
Well, I was hoping you'd accept this as well.
Oh, Mason, you didn't have to do that.
I wanted to. It's just a small gesture.
Small gesture? That's the most expensive perfume in the world. I've never even been close to a bottle of it before. Thank you. I don't mean to be rude, but I really have to get ready for work now.
Well, don't worry about being late. It's your boss's job that may be on the line.
Peter, why?
Well, it's just possible that my future brother-in-law may have been playing both ends against the middle.
Meaning?
Meaning that he's not only on the Capwell payroll, but working for and with Lionel Lockridge as well.
Mason, I know you've never liked Peter very much, but why would you think he'd jeopardize everything to help Lockridge?
Most likely to get even with me.
For what?
Now, who knows? Threaten to break off his engagement to Kelly, that could do it, I suppose.
Well, I've been working with Peter for a while now, and I think you've got him pegged wrong. He's not after revenge.
Oh, don't underestimate our physics teacher cum corporate executive. He's smart and ambitious and very sly.
Oh, but you're smarter than he is, Mason.
Well, thank you, Veronica, but he's a desperate man right now. He thinks Kelly may be slipping away from him, and he's running scared.
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't have any idea what happened last night.
Oh, yes, he does. I told him.
You told him?
Mm-hmm. I saw him at the presidential suite and confronted him with the hidden microphone. He pretended to be surprised.
Well, maybe he was. I mean, you don't have any actual proof.
If he's responsible for the bugging, I'll find out. But Peter Flint is not my primary concern at the moment.
What is?
Destroying Lionel Lockridge.
Haven't you already done that by taking his land?
Oh, acquiring property that didn't belong to him.
Whatever, you own it now. Isn't that punishment enough?
He has that tape, and he won't hesitate to use it. He's just twisted enough to play it for my father on his birthday.
How do you plan to destroy him?
By systematically seeing to it that he loses everything. Goes bankrupt.
You can do that?
There are ways. I think I'd enjoy seeing him go begging.
You really hate him, don't you?
Well, don't you understand, Veronica? I'm planning to give my father the most dazzling gift he's ever received, fulfill a lifelong dream of his. And this man wants to turn my father against me and ruin everything.
It's the only card he has left. I guess he feels he has to play it.
He'll regret even thinking that way. By the time I'm through, he'll come crawling to me to beg my forgiveness.
Well, Mason, I really have to go now. I'm getting chilled in this wet bathing suit.
Sure. I might see you back at the office. I'll know you by the perfume you're wearing.
Oh, yes, that's right. Thank you again. Bye, Mason.
Bye, Veronica.
Well, I guess you heard all of that.
Yes, I sure did.
Pretty heavy stuff.
Yeah, it's heavy, all right. But Mason's in for quite a surprise if he thinks I'm going to roll over and play dead. He's dead wrong.
Do you hate the idea of working with Dad in the business?
No, I don't hate it. Just never been able to figure out exactly what the business is. I mean, Ceylonese rubies, synthetic diamonds. How about fertility masks? That I think I could get into.
Oh, Warren, stop being so superior.
I'm not. Really admire Dad's spirit. Just kind of worried about him right now.
So am I. He needs some help and moral support now. He gets very little of either around here.
Well, that's true.
I mean, besides, he has a lot of regular investments, and you needed jobs.
Why do I have so much trouble convincing everyone in this family that I have a job?
People think of lifeguarding as temporary, I guess. Besides, summer's over, so...
I'm still in charge of the club's pool, but I can work there year-round if I want to.
Do you want to?
I don't know. Going through my midlife crisis a little early right now, I think. I mean, there's so many interesting roads opening up around me, I don't know which one to choose. Family business is just one of them.
Look, you don't have to sign up for life. Just try it out, see how you feel.
And if Dad needs me now, this would be the time to do it. How'd you get to be so smart?
Study my big brother. Whoops, that's Ted.
Ah, the emissary from the enemy camp.
Hi.
Ready?
Uh-huh.
Hi, Ted. Bye, Ted.
Oh, yeah. Hi.
Bye, Warren. No time like the present.
Hey, why do today what you can put off till tomorrow? Just kidding. So long.
Bon sang. C'était mon enregistrement. C'est moi qui...
So sorry.
That doesn't help, Veronica. I set this whole thing up. I took the risk. How did Lionel get his hands on that tape in the first place?
It's all my fault.
What are you talking about? Veronica, are you in cahoots with Lionel behind my back?
Peter, no. Mason accused me of the same thing, and it just isn't so.
Then what makes you think it's your fault?
Because I made a terrible mistake. I ran off 5 copies of the tape, like you asked me to, and then Ivers called, and he said he needed that expansion memo immediately. So I put the tapes down on the desk, and I went to the copy machine. I was only gone for 2 minutes.
Go on.
Well, when I came back to my desk, there were only 3 tapes left. 2 of them were missing. I looked everywhere, but I couldn't find them.
Yeah, what do you think happened to him?
I couldn't understand it. I didn't think anybody in the office would take something from my desk without asking me. I thought I was going crazy.
That's how I feel right now, Veronica.
You know, a little bit later, somebody told me that they saw Lionel Lockridge in our building on our floor looking for CC. I'll bet you he took those tapes.
What a piece of rotten luck.
I feel like such a fool. Can you ever forgive me?
That's beside the point right now, Veronica. Everything's changed, and I don't know where I stand anymore. What I've got to do is get to Lionel and fast. Since we're both against Mason, we'd be a lot better off working together than against one another.
Only I'd taken those tapes with me to the copy machine.
Just forget about that now. I'm just grateful you didn't try to cover up your mistake. I appreciate your honesty.
Oh, that's the least I can do after messing up like that.
Hey, listen, you didn't tell anyone about that two-way mirror, did you?
Absolutely not. That's still our secret, Peter.
Strange.
Yes, I guess we are a pretty weird bunch, sir.
Well, I won't quarrel with that. However, I was referring to the unfamiliar sound in this room a moment ago.
Oh, well, I didn't hear anything except the pounding of my heart. Did you?
How about you?
No, not a thing.
The sound, my young friends, was silence. Now, very well. I've set up the lots for the simulated marriages in this manner. There's a slip of paper for each one of you with a letter written on it, A, B, C, or D.
Are those our grades?
Yeah, you get the D. I don't care what letter I get, long as I get leak.
Now to continue. Each letter appears on 2 lots. The pupils with matching letters will pair up.
But, Mr. Bottom, sir, there are an uneven number of men and women.
That's true. 2 males will comprise one of the couples.
This may be one of the only chances I ever have to get married. You mean I might end up with another guy?
It's possible, yeah.
Mr. Bottoms, you said the purpose of this project was to prepare us for real life, right?
That's right.
Well, since arranged marriages went out a long time ago, why can't we choose our own mates the way people do today?
Yeah,
Now, calm down. Because, Lakin, we are in this class to learn, not to indulge the raging hormones of puberty.
Well, can't we learn while we're indulging?
I've never seen it happen.
Well, why don't we just vote? I mean, this is democracy, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it is not. It's a dictatorship. And fortunately, I am the dictator.
I have an idea.
Must we hear it?
Since there's 2 extra guys, why do we make 2 of the families menageries?
He wants us to live in a zoo?
Come on, what's it called when there's 3 of you?
A menage a trois.
Hey, that's a great idea.
It is?
Yes, and I'd be willing to make the sacrifice so that none of the boys will be deprived of female companionship.
Now, that's very noble of you, Jade, but the young men will somehow manage to get along without your sacrifice.
No, we won't.
All right, now, come on. Let's get on with it, please. Now, who'll be first?
Mr. Bottoms, can't we just all stick our hands in and draw at the same time?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
In the interest of getting something accomplished in this class today, I agree.
Wish you luck.
All let's not take all day.
Okay, let's all open them at the same time. Ready? Get set.
Wait. Can we switch if we're incompatible?
No, you may not switch. Now, match up your letters, please. Ted? Huh?
Okay, I'll go first. I'm a B.
Who has the other B?
Lakin does.
I do?
Yeah, look, that's a B. You lovebirds just lucked out.
Isn't that a coincidence?
Yeah, sure is.
Thanks, Jay.
You're right, I got the D.
You got the D?
Yeah, are you my mate?
What'd you get, Michael?
C.
I saw my work team.
Oh, but Jay.
Remember the redhead you saw me with and you asked about and I told you she had a boyfriend?
Yeah, what about her?
Well, I forgot to tell you she doesn't have a boyfriend anymore and she wants me to fix her up.
Oh.
So what's your letter?
D.
Your D?
Bum.
I guess that means just the two of us. You must be the other A.
Yeah, well, that's me.
Miss Perkins, have you ever stuffed ballot boxes?
Beg your pardon.
Oh, never mind. Let's just go on with it. Come on.
Oh, I can't wait to.
One condition. I get to be the husband of this household, and you get to be the wife.
Great. I want a divorce.
Vous avez trouvé ce qui rattachait Channing à ce motel?
I found an article from 24 years ago about his mother, Sophia. I made a copy of it. It says that C.C. Capwell's fiancée, Sophia Wayne, was found wandering around in the desert by a search party. She claimed to have been held prisoner at the Yuccadoons Motel for several days, but she refused to give the name of her captor.
That's amazing.
Oh, you think it is, Dominic? I think you knew about that before I did.
You have no reason to believe that, Joe.
No reason? Then why were you 2 steps ahead of me getting to that motel and then you destroyed the piece of evidence?
I've never destroyed any evidence.
Okay. Then how do you explain this? How did Channing happen to have an ashtray from the same motel where his mother was held captive?
I don't know. Maybe she gave it to him.
Don't you find that just a little bit odd, Dominic? That this woman would be wandering around the desert carrying an ashtray?
I can't answer your questions because I don't know the answers.
I think you know a few.
I've tried to learn everything I can about the Capwell family because I find their history fascinating.
But somehow you managed to miss this part of the story.
Well, yes, I did. But even now that I know what it's about, I can't see where it fits into the puzzle. It's totally irrelevant.
You'd like for me to buy that, wouldn't you, Dominic? I don't know what your angle is, but I know somehow it's tied in with Channing's murder.
Joe, you're on the wrong track. I'm positive it has nothing to do with the murder.
All right, now, when you're all through figuring out the weekly budgets for your families, I want you to research current costs of hospitalization.
Hey, Mr. Bottoms, when do we get to the fun parts of marriage?
Fun? What fun? We're concerned only with the realities of daily living in this class, Jade.
Wait, this is all there is. I'm going to stay single.
There's more. There's got to be more.
You know, sounds like we're all about ready for a break, huh?
Yeah.
I second the motion.
I third it.
All in favor say, way to go.
Way to go.
Motion's been carried.
So what do you say, Mr. Bottoms? Can we go down the rec hall soon and vent some of our adolescent hormones on ping pong balls and potato chips?
The rec hall is closed up tight as a drum. Didn't you notice?
No, I didn't notice. Well, what do you mean it's closed up? Is it being repaired or something?
The Student Recreation Hall has been retired from use for an indefinite period of time due to a shortage of funds.
A shortage of funds? Wait a minute, I don't get it. Our parents all pay a lot of money to keep us in this prep school.
Well, mine don't, but I'm the exception.
I was hoping, Ted, that your work on budgeting would make certain financial realities apparent to you. But I see that was wishful thinking.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's asking too much to want a place to relax and hang out.
Spoken like the spoiled son of a rich man.
No, I resent that remark.
Oh, do you?
Yes, sir, I do. And besides being wrong, it's insulting.
Well, I regret wounding your delicate sensibilities. However, let me remind you how fortunate you are to be in a school like Lyman Prep, even without a recreation hall.
Yeah, well, I'm not so sure about that. No, I really want to get something cleared up between us.
There's only one thing that's going to get cleared up around here, Ted, and that's your attitude. I don't like it.
No, that's just not true.
I'm tempted to encourage your father the next time he talks about sending you away to a military school.
He talked to you about that?
Several times. He's concerned about your attitude, too, and your general lack of discipline.
Well, he never seriously talked to me about that. I mean, he just, mentioned it in passing.
Well, perhaps he didn't want to alarm you in case it worked out for you here.
Well, it is working out for me here. It's just that darn rec hall's being shut down.
I'm the judge of whether or not you are Lyman material, Master Capwell. And I report directly to your father.
You make it sound as if he's spying on me.
In military school, you wouldn't be able to lounge in your chair like that. You'd be required to sit erect. And most military schools still are not co-ed. So you wouldn't have the opportunity to indulge in over-affection on campus.
Give me a break.
You also wouldn't be able to wear the sneakers you wear in here. You'd be wearing heavy leather boots, and you'd be spending hours polishing them.
You're not scaring me if that's what you're trying to do.
I wasn't trying to. The reality is sobering enough. I find that military school is definitely the best solution for discipline problems.
Veronica told me everything, Lionel.
Left nothing to your imagination, huh?
Right. I know about the auction. I know you were planning to blackmail Mason with the tape I recorded.
My, you did find out a lot. Tell me something. What would you have done with that tape if I hadn't beaten you to it?
Well, of course, I was planning to use it against Mason, too. He's been threatening to break up Kelly's my engagement.
I'm sorry for interfering.
No, you're not.
You're right. Stealing from a fellow thief doesn't faze me in the least.
Mason's the thief, Lionel.
You got a point there.
You and I are on the same side.
Are you suggesting we join forces?
Could be to our mutual advantage if we did.
Well, I can see how it'd be to your advantage.
I could prove to be very useful to you in the future.
I'm kind of a creature of the moment, Peter. I let the future fall where it may. Of course, that's my charm, but it's also my failing.
This is a business proposition, Lionel.
Uh-huh.
As an insider in the Capwell organization, I could be a tremendous help to you.
What's that for you?
Your help.
How can I be of help to you?
Well, what I really need right now is to get Joe Perkins' parole revoked.
Oh, to keep Kelly away from him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, want him out of her life.
Well, that would certainly simplify things for you, wouldn't it?
Certainly would. So, do we have an agreement then?
I'm afraid not.
Why not?
I don't think you could be of help to me. See, Mason doesn't trust you. Any information coming from him would be highly suspect.
So you're actually refusing my offer, then?
That's right.
Boy, you do love to stick your head in the sand, don't you?
I think I may have missed a bit of logic in this conversation.
Don't you know what was going on around here when you were abroad?
By around here, I assume that you're talking about my home.
Yeah, I'm talking about your home. Joe Perkins was employed here every day as a handyman.
I'm aware of that fact. Excuse me.
But you choose to ignore it, huh?
You implying that my wife was involved with Joe Perkins?
Exactly.
I can't stand gossip or slander, Peter.
What are you, protecting your wife's reputation, Lionel?
My wife doesn't need protection from the likes of you. You're out of your league. You're a small-time social climber and opportunist. I wouldn't dream of having anything to do with you. Good day.
It's your loss, Lionel.
It's the same woman. Channing's mother, Sophia. But who's LL? Yeah.
Hey, can I come in?
Yeah, just a minute, Mom. I thought you were at work. Getting all the poor starving kids at Lyman Prep.
Well, I had a break, so I ran home to see the mail.
Anything interesting?
Not in the mail.
Now that sounds mysterious.
Well, it is a little, Joey. Right after you left this morning, Kelly came by, just to see you.
came by here?
She said it was very important that she speak to you.
Well, did she say what it was about?
No. And I didn't ask her.
Well, I think I'll give her a call and see what it's about. All right, thanks, Mom.
Take care.
Yeah, see you later. Bye.
Hello?
Kelly? It's Joe.
Joe, thanks for calling. Hi.
Hi.
Are you home?
Yeah. Yeah, you came by here today?
Yeah, can we talk somewhere?
Sure. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. There are just some things that need saying between us.
Well, I'm listening.
No, I can't do it over the phone. I'd like to see you in person. Is that all right?
Well, Kelly, you know that I always want to see you.
Where can we meet?
Well, you can come over here if you want to. Nobody's here but me.
Okay. I'll be there in a few minutes.
I'll be waiting.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Ah, the artist at work.
Hi.
Hi, you. Cruz and I don't normally travel in tandem. We just happen to meet at the front door.
Cece called and asked me to come over, Mason.
Well, I think he's going to be down in a minute. So, anyway, I'd love to stay and chat with you guys, but I can't. I'm going to finish up my sketches.
Well, since I'm the one that has to live with your result, I'll leave you to your inspiration.
Well, thanks. See you.
She's extraordinary, isn't she? No wonder the field is filling up with competitors.
What are you talking about?
Well, you're not the only one who goes to sleep at night dreaming of Santana.
I don't dream.
No? How curious. You know, I happened to drop in on her the other day when she was getting ready for a heavy date. She made quite a mystery as to who the lucky man was. I assumed it was you. But then I did some checking up, found out you were on an oil rig the entire day. I'm more in the dark than I was before.
You really checked up on me, Mason?
Oh, my curiosity got the better of me.
Don't ever do that again. I don't take kindly to that kind of thing.
But you're scaring me, Cruz. What's really bothering you is Santana's secret lover.
What's bothering me right now is you.
You know, the thing is, I really have no idea who the man could be, do you?
If I did, you can bet I wouldn't talk to you about it. Who she sees is Santana's business.
Well, I'm going to find out, and when I do, I'll let you know. Unless, of course, you'd rather not know. See you around, Cruz. Hi, Dan. Your guest is waiting for you. Thank you.
Cece.
Hello, Cruz.
Yeah, listen, excuse me, but I don't have much time.
I'll get right to the point. I'm offering you a full-time job supervising the entire Capwell offshore drilling operations and troubleshooting the rigs.
You're taking me by surprise.
Well, it'll mean a substantial increase in pay, of course. As much as double what you're making now.
We're talking about a lot of money, Mr. C.
I know, but it's worth it to me. Well, what do you say?
Well, I'd say it sounds great, as long as it doesn't mean a lot of paperwork.
I'll see to it that it doesn't.
You got yourself a deal.
I couldn't be happier, Cruz, with your decision. And we'll get together just as soon as you're free and firm up the details.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
You bet.
Santana, if you want to discuss your decorating ideas, I'll be waiting.
Okay, I will. Well, congratulations. I didn't think you were going to take that job. You know, it's going to keep you close to home for a while. It's not really your style.
Styles change.
What are you staring at me for?
Mason was just being all hot and bothered about some big date you had yesterday.
But you know how Mason gets. He gets nervous when he doesn't have all the answers.
Yeah, well, I'm coming up with one. I just saw the way you and Cece were looking at each other. And you know, Santana, I can't believe it. You are really going all out to snag him, aren't you?
Look, don't judge me, Cruz. You don't have any right to. I'm not running after Cece. You should know something, though. I am falling in love with him.
Santa Bárbara used to have more great makeout spots than any place I ever heard of.
Yeah, well, not anymore.
You're telling me? We're losing them one by one. Very slow.
Sometimes kids just need a place to go and sit and talk and be alone with each other, away from parents.
I know. Most of the time I feel like I'm in a goldfish bowl.
You know, losing that rec room was the worst. Mm-hmm. You know, they turn down the lights during those socials. And a bad place to be with your girl.
The worst for me was when the old Lover's Lane went down the hill in a mudslide.
Yeah, that was bad. You know, Bottoms even put the school parking lot out of commission with all that construction. Hey, what about Mountain Drive? I haven't been up there in a long time.
I have. There are 2 cops for every square foot.
If we want to solve this problem, we've got to be honest with each other.
What do you mean?
I mean, what we're talking about is a place where a guy and a girl can go and hang out and fool around without someone shining a flashlight in their face, right?
Right.
We have our work cut out for us. We have to find a spot that is police-proof,
headmaster-proof,
and parent-proof.
We need a place where we can go and have fun without Big Brother watching us.
And it really has to be all ours.
The kids have to have total control.
If we find a place, we can sell tickets and make some money.
If we're lucky enough to find this perfect spot, the girls will just organize it and run it. I mean, we're better at that sort of thing.
If we do find a place, though, we've got to make sure the guys run it because we've got the know-how.
I guess I've been mulling it over ever since you got home.
Hey, you really think you'd be interested in going to the family business, Warren?
Yeah, I think I could get into it. I mean, I haven't exactly made a deadhead out of you.
Well, there's still a little life left in the old man, isn't there? You sure you wouldn't mind giving up your job as a lifeguard now?
No, I think I've gotten about all I can get out of that. Now, I really made some good contacts over at the club. Some of them might be useful in business.
Good thinking. Well, I just don't want you to do it because the family is encouraging you, to put it mildly.
No, I just think it'd be a lot of fun for us to work together.
So do I.
So, anyway, just want to give it a shot. You know, something's been bothering you today, Dad. Want to talk about it?
No, that's mostly just business stuff.
Wasn't bad investments?
Oh, no. Lord knows there's been plenty of those. No, this time it's Mason Capwell who's stuck in my craw.
Yeah, well, it's always the Capwells, isn't it?
Yeah. I've always been able to ignore them before this, but I can't anymore.
Well, Mason's a skinny windbag.
Nevertheless, I have to take him seriously. I have to circle him and close in on him.
How?
I don't know what strategy to use. Question is, who is Mason Capwell? What are his weaknesses? One is that he's a daddy's boy. He wants more than anything in the world. He'd sell his soul. Butter up to C.C. Capwell. Another one is women, of course.
Yeah, well, that's one of my weaknesses, too, Dad.
Well, it's a fairly common one, isn't it? In his case, he's a little more obvious about it, though, than most people. I don't know, it might be possible to use it. I hate to even think like this or talk like this. But Mason started this fight in the gutter, and that's where I have to do it.
Yeah, well, I can understand that, Dad. Look, I gotta get off to work. We'll talk more later, all right?
Yeah. If anybody's ever questioned the fact that Mason Capwell has never been married.
Thank you for driving me home, Cece.
Oh, no. I welcome the chance to be alone with you. In fact, I plot the opportunity.
So do I.
Do you? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sorry now that I have to leave.
Can't you stay for a while?
No, I have an important business meeting. But, if you like, I can come back as soon as it's over, and we can go somewhere.
I'd love it. Where would we go?
Well, I've already shown you my Santa Bárbara from the air. Now I'd like to show it to you from the ground. Santana, there are places in Santa Bárbara that I've treasured for years. And I would like to show them to you.
I think that sounds very nice. I'd like to see them all.
You are very special. I'll be back within the hour.
Well, can I get you anything, Kelly?
No, thanks.
Well, why don't we sit down? Anywhere you like's okay.
What?
Oh, nothing. I can't believe you're here, that's all.
I know.
Yeah, it's been damn near impossible to get you over to my house.
Well, times have changed.
Yeah, they must have. So,
Joe, what I need to say to you is, I told Peter and my family to stay away from you, just to leave you alone. And I also told them that they can't stop me from seeing you. If I decide that's what I want.
is that what you want?
Well, I'm here.
Yeah, does that mean that you've called off your engagement?
No. I haven't changed any plans so far.
Well, I bet there must have been a lot of unhappy people when you said that.
What about you?
Well, Callie, this is the best thing I've heard in 5 years. Come here.
No, Joe, don't. That's not why I came here.
I know that. Okay, that's fine. I'll keep my distance as long as you want.
Thanks.
Kelly, do you still think I'm guilty?
I don't know.
If I were thinking that you're not quite as certain as you once were, would I be close to the truth?
Yeah, you'd be close.
Oh, thank God.
Look, I didn't make any promises. I can't.
Look, that's okay. Promises don't mean anything anyway.
That doesn't sound like you.
I've changed. So have you.
Yeah.
I'm not the green kid you remember. I've learned the big lesson.
Yeah, what's that?
That life doesn't give you too many chances to get what you want. But when one does come around, you've got to go for it for everything you've got. I feel as if I have another chance now. And what I want more than anything in the world is you, Kelly.